Welcome back. And today I'm going to be doing something a little bit new. I'm going to do a what to watch or what to watch for. I'm not sure what I'm going to title it yet, but you will see it in the title. But basically what it's going to be is going to be a upcoming list of everything that's coming out this current week. I'm going to do this every week, and this is basically everything that I am personally going to be watching and things that I plan on reviewing in the very near future. So to get us started, first thing I'm going to start with movies. The first movie that we're going to talk about is going to be The Woman in Cabin 10 that's coming out on Netflix on Friday. This movie is going to be about a travel journalist. She's going to board a luxury cruise and she witnesses a woman thrown overboard and then finds herself isolated and doubted as she uncovers the truth amid the paranoia and twist. So I think this is going to be a great movie. It's starring Keira Knightley. Like I said, it comes out Friday. At its best, I think this movie from the trailer is going to be one of those locked room, trapped, isolated type of stories. It's definitely going to be for those thriller fans. It seems like it's going to be a psychological thriller. That's what it comes off like to me. And I love psychological thrillers, so this is going to be right down my alley. This seems like it's going to be real tension in this movie. It seems like there's going to be a true story. It's based off a best-selling book, by the way, of the same name that came out in 2016. So that's the source material for this movie, and I'm looking forward to it very much. And I think it's going to be a really good movie over on Netflix that comes out this Friday, October 10th. Then we're going to go with Vicious. That's going to be over on Paramount Plus, and that's starring Dakota Fanning. And she never puts out a bad movie, in my opinion. On October 10th. Vicious is about a girl named Polly, that's Dakota Fanning. She is haunted by a mysterious visitor bearing a strange box that drags her into an eerie battle with trauma and supernatural possibilities. From the trailer, this box is going to give her three choices: something she likes, something she don't like, and I can't remember the third one. But this is another psychological thriller, but this one is more of a psychological horror thriller. Like I said, Dakota Fanning's in it. It's probably going to be a great movie. I'm looking forward to it. And I think this movie is going to be one of those mind bending kind of dream catcher type movies. I do think it's going to be emotional, and I'm not sure if a horror movie in today's world is a horror movie of like the 80s and the 90s or whatever, where there's actual like fear. But I think most of these type of movies have horror vibes to give us jump scares, etc., whatever. But I do believe that this one is going to be very, very good, and I think that this may be, as far as streaming, and even though it's considered a psychological horror thriller, I think this will probably be one of the better movies of this year. So I'm really looking forward to it. The next one is something that came out today, which is, what is today? Today is October 7th, and it's the movie Stay over on Hulu. This movie is about a psychiatrist named Sam who tries to navigate the surreal unraveling of a young man battling suicidal thoughts, blurring reality, and memory in a layered psychological drama. Now, that's what the synopsis is for this movie, but from the trailer, it seems like it's that, but it also seems like it's going to have a married couple who are gripping with maybe the end of their marriage. And it seems like they can't leave the house that they're in because, for example, in the part of the trailer, somebody comes to the door and he's banging on the window, but when the people outside look through the window, there's nobody there. So another one of these psychological thrillers, probably a little mind bending, definitely horror vibes in this one as well. So I'm looking forward to Stay. That's going to be over on Hulu, and that actually came out today. I'm going to try to watch that tonight. That way I can do a review for either later tonight or maybe tomorrow morning. But either way, I do think it's made by Anscape. So I haven't really seen many of their movies. So this will probably be my first. So I am looking forward to giving my opinion on that and seeing what it is. So now let's move on to TV shows or TV series, docu-series, reality, whatever the case may be. But this is all TV in this particular section. We're going to start with True Haunting. That's over on Netflix as well. That came out yesterday, October 6th. The docuseries is a mixing of supposedly true haunting stories given by the people that, went through these experiences. It's going to be some with a cinematic reenactment produced by James Wan, who James Wan is famous for Insidious. So that's who produced this. And it's going to deliver high-end paranormal chills and investigative drama. So I'm looking forward to this. I also plan on checking this out probably today or tomorrow. This will be very interesting. Now, I mentioned that it says that it's true stories. I know some people don't believe in the paranormal or whatever the case may be. I consider myself a skeptic, but I like this type of stuff, so I'm going to give it a try. I do think it'll be interesting. The trailer looks good for it, so I'm going to give it a try. Then we have The Last Frontier over on Apple TV Plus. That comes out Friday, October 10th. The synopsis for that show is after a prison transport, it's a plane, crashes in a remote Alaska, a U.S. Marshal and isolated town must survive manhunts, moral dilemmas, and wilderness dangers. So this one looks action packed for a TV series, and I do believe that it's going to deliver. It has a great cast. There are going to be, we all like these manhunt type shows where there's this dread that comes over a small town and somebody has to save the town from whatever this situation is. And in this scenario, it's a crash plane full of inmates, dangerous ones that I'm not sure where they're flying to. So I'm sure all that'll be explained in the TV show. But I do believe that this one will be really good, and it's over on Apple TV Plus. If you have that or get you a free trial, I think you should check it out. Like I said, I think it'll be tense, rugged, kind of give those wilderness, probably cowboy-like vibes because it's in Alaska. So I would expect a lot of that. I think this would be good for anybody who enjoys those survival thrillers. Not necessarily like Alien, because that's more like sci-fi survival thriller. And on the lighter side, because let's, go a little bit lighter because some of this stuff is kind of heavy. But it's October, so I think this is the month, if not any, to watch some heavy stuff. But on the lighter side, we have Is It Cake Halloween coming out. That's a family show over on Netflix that comes out tomorrow, October 8th. And it's basically a cake decorating TV show where they have experienced cake decorators and they come to try to decipher and make their own to try to fool the judges, make their own cakes that look like anything. This one is Halloween themed, so they may have an edible knife, or they may have an edible Jason hockey mask. So just to kind of give you what it is, they're just trying to find out if whatever the item is it cake? And that's basically the premise for the show. And the only other thing I wanted to say, and this is for anybody who likes TLC shows, Bailin Out Loud comes back tonight, October 7th. So look forward to that. Bailin is it's a very raw show about a girl that has Tourette's, and I caught some of the first season with my wife, and I thought it was very, very good. Pretty emotional if you are an emotional person. So I think that was a very good show. And the only other thing I want to talk about and put out, because I guess I'm old enough to follow all of them, Tron is finally coming back in theaters. Tron Aries starring Jared Leto, and that comes out this Friday, October 10th. I definitely plan on checking that out, and that'll probably be my first movie theater review. So I'm going to try to get there and go get a check out of that. I may try to go see it Thursday night. That way I could come back and have it ready for review and everything. Maybe I'll do a non-spoiler review of it, and maybe I'll do a spoiler review probably a couple of days later, but we'll see how it goes. But all these other movies and shows will probably get spoiler reviews, just to be clear and straight up. Spoilers and Unfiltered. It's not called that for any reason. But that's my watch list, and that's what to watch for this week. Keep coming back for more. I forgot to tell you in the beginning, please like and subscribe. I will be dropping more content this week and in the very near future. And thank you for tuning in, and keep coming back, and I will see you next time. Bye.